What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and to episode 1 of Let's Play Melvor Idle. I'm actually really excited for this Let's Play because, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm actually playing on my mobile device, which is really cool. I'm recording my gameplay using the Google Play app, which is really exciting because sometimes I have to travel for work and I can't be near my gaming computer, which is so very sad. But I still have the chance while I'm traveling sometimes to chill out and play some mobile games. So this is very exciting, and I thought, what better way to test out this new functionality than with Melvor Idle. Now, Melvor Idle is, as the name implies or suggests, an idle game, and it's created by the developers of RuneScape, so Jagex. And RuneScape is my absolute favorite video game of all time. If you haven't played RuneScape, go download it like yesterday. It's so much fun. And Melvor Idle really heavily borrows mechanics from the game RuneScape, but puts an idle flair or spin on the same kind of game mechanics. So if you've never played an idle game before, essentially it's an RPG with no real appreciable graphics. Your character is not moving around in some kind of simulated 2D or 3D world. You rather make choices for your character to perform actions, and when you make those choices, you can kind of go offline, kill the app, and your character will continue making progress with the choices that you selected while you were playing. They'll keep making that progress offline until you return, and you can see how far they were able to get while you were gone. Hopefully that makes sense. If not, it's going to make way more sense once you actually see me playing. But yeah, that is kind of the gist of Melvor Idle, and I'm really excited to dive into it with you. There's going to be all kinds of skills for us to level up. There's going to be combat, dungeons, all kinds of fun, boss fights. We're going to have a great time. As you can see here, I have actually played the game before. I had a character that I created basically right when the game came out. Was that, I don't know, 2 years ago now? And I had a lot of fun with it, and here you can see that I recently created a new character, and I've been playing around with it. Now that I am getting back into YouTube and recording Let's Plays, and also discovering that I can record from my mobile device, I just decided to create a new character and start a Let's Play with you all so that you can follow along with my progress, which should be a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and create a new character. Okay, firstly, what game mode? Oh, I should point out that the game, I think it's 2 years old. I'm not exactly sure. It's just a few years old. It already has a couple expansions. So the Atlas of Discovery is the most recent expansion, Throne of the Herald, and I have and will be playing with both expansions in this Let's Play. So let's get into game modes. So firstly, what game mode? There is the standard mode, safe game mode for players new to Melvor Idle. Standard way to play. There is no bank space purchase limit. Okay, so we can have a bank of unlimited size. That is really cool. Standard combat modifiers and all skills are unlocked. So from the beginning of the game in standard mode, you are playing the full game with all of your skills unlocked. So this is how we're going to start with our first character. It'll be the easiest to complete the game on standard mode, and then we can kind of crank up the difficulty after we've already succeeded here. But let's go ahead and take a look at the other game mode. So hardcore mode is exactly what it sounds like, hardcore. This mode is permadeath. For those players who enjoy risk and are not afraid to lose your character, this is not for new players. So no passive hit point regeneration, harsher penalties applied against you in combat, and you can only purchase 88 extra bank spaces from the shop. So there's a limit on your bank size, and then of course, if you die, your character is actually dead and will not respawn. So then we have adventure mode. This is a safe game mode, which just means it's not permadeath. For experienced Melvor Idle players, a completely different experience for you to enjoy. HP damage and food healing values are 10 times larger than standard. Interesting. Healing values. Okay. So the numbers are higher. Harsher penalties are applied against you in combat. And then the really interesting mechanic here is that you start with only melee combat skills, a bronze weapon, and 10 basic food. Non-combat skill levels can't go above your combat level. Skills are locked and must be purchased using gold to access. So this is really interesting because instead of having every skill available to you up front, you have to unlock skills with money that you make from your melee combat skills. And then when you unlock, every time you unlock a skill, the cost to unlock the next one gets higher. So there actually is some strategy in picking which skills to unlock. So for example, 2 skills in this game are woodcutting and firemaking. And firemaking usually depends on having logs. So you wouldn't want to unlock firemaking first before woodcutting, or else you might struggle to level up the skill. So yeah, this just adds an element of strategy in an element of minimalism and kind of survivalist feel by forcing you to unlock skills as you go with increasingly large sums of money. Then there is Ancient Relics mode. It's a safe game mode that requires some active gameplay to progress. Locate powerful ancient relics in this chaotic Melvor Idle experience. Ancient relics can be located in all skills to gain unique permanent modifiers. Interesting. Maximum skill levels are capped at level 10. Okay. Defeat dungeons to increase the maximum skill level for a randomized skill. Ooh, interesting. So basically you're grinding dungeons for permission to increase your maximum skill level. That is super interesting. Combat levels except Prayer and Slayer automatically increase when defeating a dungeon. So this is it sounds like a very all preservation and doubling is disabled. Harsher penalties in combat. Sounds like a very dungeon-oriented game mode, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways to play, which is really fun. I think the Ancient Relics mode might have come with the latest expansion. It sounds super interesting. So for this Let's Play, we're going to kick things off with the standard mode just to ease our way into the gameplay. And maybe we'll learn something here that we can use to fare well in harder game modes in the future. Okay, yeah, let's kick off a character in standard mode. Lastly. So firstly, the game mode. Lastly, what shall we call you? You shall call me Twinnrova. Perfect. Begin your journey. Awesome. I'm also really not sure how well this is going to go on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not sure quite how exciting this is going to be, but that's okay. I do sincerely hope that you enjoy my channel and that you enjoy watching these videos. I am more so recording these videos for my own archival purposes. I really like going back and rewatching some of my gameplay, or if I put down a game for a while and I come back to it, it's sometimes useful to watch the last couple episodes of my play to get back into what I was doing before I left the game. So even if this isn't very fun for y'all to watch on YouTube, it's still really fun for me. So I am going to do it anyway, but I do hope that you enjoy it. It's not to say that I don't wish and hope that you have a great time watching me play this Idle game. And maybe you'll even download Melvor Idle yourself and give it a go. It'll be a fun time. Okay, so just like in RuneScape, we kick things off with Tutorial Island, and I will probably make several comparisons to RuneScape as I play the game, because I have spent so many hours in RuneScape, and I absolutely love and adore that game. So this is just kind of a cool, passive RuneScape for me to play when I can't actually play the real RuneScape. Which actually, I can play the real RuneScape on my phone. The entire game is on mobile now, which is insane. I'll have to record some mobile RuneScape videos. That should be fun. But yeah, I'll digress. Let's kick this off. So active task, survival task 1. Woodcutting, so we're on Tutorial Island and we need to step through the tutorial. Woodcutting is a basic skill that provides logs to create various weaponry and items. It's possible to find a bird nest while woodcutting that provides seeds for farming. Very nice. So I need to cut 3 normal trees with the woodcutting skill. So you can click on this link right here, woodcutting, and it will take you to the woodcutting skill. I'll point out that this hamburger menu at the top left, if you click this, you access another menu, and if I scroll, I can see all of the different skills in the game. It looks like a bunch of skills are locked right now. I should unlock them as I play through the tutorial on Tutorial Island. So that's just wanted you to be able to see that. In Tutorial Island, they have these shortcuts for you to more quickly and easily access the skills that are relevant to the given task. You can always jump up to this hamburger up here and navigate to the exact skill that you want to train. So if we cut 3 normal trees, we're going to get 10 gold. Let me check our bank. So if we go to the bank, what are we starting the game with? We are starting with no gold, nothing, 12 open bank spaces for us to start the game with. Okay, so I'm going to click through to the woodcutting skill. So what's interesting is the interface usually starts like here, but when you're in Tutorial Island, they add this additional panel at the top to let you know what your active task is, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. We need to cut 3 normal trees. So here you can see our skill level. We have 0 XP. There's also this concept of mastery. I'm not exactly sure how mastery works or what it does for you, but it's essentially you have 2 kinds of progression. You have XP, which is used to actually level up your skills. Then there is mastery. And yeah, like I said, I'm not quite sure yet what mastery does for you. But there is a game guide, there's a wiki, and I can go look it up later to see what we get from increasing our mastery. Okay, so here are all the different kinds of trees that we will eventually be able to cut. Wow, that is a lot. There's quite a bit of content in this game for an idle game, which is really cool. Most of these have a level requirement, so for instance, we need a wood cutting of level 10 before we're going to be able to cut this second tree. And it's kind of cool that they don't show us what those future trees are. You kind of have to discover it as you level up and unlock things. So that's pretty cool. Some of these trees have more requirements, such as here we have to discover a ritual site in cartography. So cartography is a skill that was added with one of the expansions. I haven't actually tried it out yet, but it looks like there's a map, kind of a game world for you to explore, which is a little different. You usually don't have that in an idle RPG, but it looks more like a board game or a kind of overworld map with very slow progress. Rather than like your typical active RPG experience. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the idle RPGing by cutting some normal trees. Alright, so we have this excellent little bar here that will fill up repeatedly. Boom, tutorial task completed. Head back to Tutorial Island to claim your rewards. So every time this bar fills up, so I selected this option to cut normal trees. It's telling me that it's telling me that every 3 seconds I'm gonna get a log, and I'm gonna get 10 XP from each log that I cut. Wow, your wood cutting level is now 2. So just like that, we've cut more than the 9 logs I needed to level up. We've hit wood cutting level 2. Wow, how crazy cool and fast is this? And yeah, this bar is showing us how long it's taking every single time we want to cut a log. Up here above, it's showing our progress towards the next level, and we are about to level up again. Boom, congratulations, your woodcutting is now level 3. How exciting, all of the serotonin that you get from seeing that level up icon. So funny. There's a lot going on here. But yeah, this is kind of how an idle RPG works. I just told my character to start cutting trees, and there he goes. Twinnrova is cutting trees and leveling up his woodcutting. And if I were to kill the app right now and then come back later, I would have a ton of normal logs. Exactly how many logs that they would have collected if I was staring at the screen. And I would gain all of the same XP. Oh, maximum skill level of 3 reached in Tutorial Island. So we should stop cutting the trees. Because, I mean, we'll still get logs, but we want to get XP for everything we do as well. Cool. So that is, that's awesome. So it let me get right up to the edge of level 4. Just wouldn't let me get past 3. That's totally fine. So I noticed that, so now, not only do we have 275 XP in woodcutting, but we have 27 out of 10 million mastery in our mastery pool. You can spend mastery pool XP. Interesting. Yeah, this is going to take me time to learn this, but that is totally okay. And we also have a mastery of the tree itself. So each item has a mastery. And this is all somehow tied to completion. So there's a epic overall completion percentage available in your completion log. Yeah, somehow it's all related, which is cool. Okay, why don't we claim our reward for our first woodcutting, our first task on Tutorial Island. Boom. Survival Task 2, Firemaking. Firemaking provides bonuses to other skills in the game at later stages of the game. Yeah, so in the normal game RuneScape, in the original game RuneScape that Melvor Idle is very clearly inspired by, you can create a bonfire and kind of buff your character from sitting around the fire, so that's pretty interesting. I'm sure Firemaking in the game will do the same kind of thing, give you bonuses. Interesting that it's later stages of the game, like maybe burning normal logs doesn't really help you, but maybe magic logs down the line will. We're going to get another 10 gold if we burn 3 normal logs, and I think we are going to actually burn all of our normal logs, or at least enough until we hit level 3, and good night, it's my bedtime apparently. At least until we're about to hit level 4. That is such a funny notification. Okay, so let's head over to Firemaking, and actually I'm going to show you my bank. Just let you see what that looks like. We're expecting to have 10 gold and some logs. Yeah, so we have, 382 gold. So maybe we were actually acquiring gold as we were cutting down the tree. That's cool. And then we have a bird's nest. Open to receive seeds. Let's go ahead and do this. This is worth 350 gold if you sell it. But I actually want to try to get the seeds. We found a potato seed. Excellent. Okay, that's going to be useful for farming. All right, let's head back to Firemaking. Okay, so level 1, same kind of deal. Need 83 XP to hit level 2. Let's select our logs, normal logs. We're going to get 19 XP per log that we burn, so might not have to burn them all to hit that maximum allowable XP. And yeah, it's only going to take a little under 2 seconds. So this should go a little faster. Cool, let's burn. Awesome. So here we can see our mastery level for this kind of log increase. Tutorial task complete. Firemaking level 2. Excellent. And at the bottom of the screen, we can see how much XP that we've earned so far in this session. So plus 190 XP. Okay, we're going to have to stop burning very soon because our skill level is already 3. Probably 1 more log. Boom. Maximum skill level of 3 achieved in Tutorial Island. Awesome. So we still have 17 logs left to use for other skills on Tutorial Island. And we've hit the Tutorial Island Firemaking cap. So yeah, that is awesome. Bonfire status inactive. Firemaking XP bonus when active, 0%. Okay, so we probably just need a higher firemaking level so that this XP bonus becomes active, and then we need to light bonfires to buff our character. That's pretty cool. That's what we're going to use the firemaking skill for. Otherwise, there's not a ton of use for it. In RuneScape, it was kind of always that way. For the longest time, it didn't really matter, I don't think. There weren't a lot of perks to having a high firemaking. You really just used it to create a fire anywhere in the world to quickly cook things without having to find like an oven or a range in RuneScape. But I digress. Let's claim this reward. Awesome. Okay, and next up is Survival Task 3, Fishing. One main source of food comes from fishing. You can catch many different fish here and also find many rare and unique special items as well. Awesome. Let's head over to the fishing skill. Cool. Now, with each of these skills, well, technically not each of them, but for a lot of these skills, we have a tool that we use while we're skilling. So with woodcutting, we had the bronze axe. All right, yeah, the bronze axe. And with fishing, we have a rod. We have the bronze fishing rod. And we can upgrade these tools with the shop. So if I go to the shop, you can see all of these shop categories, and I scroll. There's all kinds of things here. There's a lot. If we go into skill upgrades, for 50 gold, we can buy an iron axe. The shop item is locked while we're on Tutorial Island, but here's the iron axe, here's the iron fishing rod. This is a better axe and a better rod, and yeah, as you can see here, the iron axe will mean that it'll take 5% of the time off of the wood cutting interval for a total of 5%, minus 5% applied from your axe. I'm guessing that later upgrades will stack so that we can start cutting logs very quickly. And yeah, there's all kinds of cool tools for different skills to help improve the speed at which you can skill. Yeah, that's just what I kind of wanted to point out. So, back to fishing with our bronze rod. It wants us to catch 3 shrimp. Here's our leveling screen, same as usual. Ooh, now here we have different fishing locations. So this is kind of our first little hint of flavor about the world. So we've got the shallow shores. Let's see what happens if I click this eye. Okay, so you can expand and collapse. Oh, and there's some stats related to each location. So fish percent chance, junk chance, and special chance. Okay, so maybe you can get certain special drops from specific fishing locations. That's pretty cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, we have the shallow shores, the shrapnel river, the trench of despair, Melvor Pier, open waters, the barren ocean, magma lake, jungle waters, static valley, frozen sea, midnight lagoon, mystic pond. Wow. So this just this little bit of flavor text helps you kind of imagine where your character is and what they're doing in the game world. But wow. Fishing level 120, that is wild. We are just at 1 to start the game. Yeah, we'll kick things off with fishing by catching some raw shrimp. Okay, so I pick raw shrimp. This is going to give us 5 XP per shrimp, 12 mastery XP, and 3 mastery pull XP. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on here. The only thing I really understand is XP. Between 4 to 8 seconds. So instead of a finite or well-defined time for fishing, you have this kind of variable time, which makes sense because you're fishing. So that is to be expected. Awesome. So yeah, bottom middle, we can see that with each fish we get 5 XP and 1, not fish, but shrimp. 1 more, and we've got the tutorial task complete. Excellent, let's go. I'll actually sit here and let my character idle away XP until we hit level 3. Yeah, so maybe I should have hit start fishing before I started explaining everything going on in the interface. And this is what I'm actually curious to know in going through this Let's Play, is whether or not I'm going to need help to come up with things to talk about while I'm idling. I'm going to reach a point where I just need to idle for hours. Am I going to play all of the game on camera for this Let's Play? Or will I kind of kick something off and then cut and then come back to it? I'm not entirely sure what my plan is going to be for actually executing this Let's Play effectively. We'll see how it goes. Bear with me. There'll probably be some trial and error as we go along. It's totally to be expected. Okay, we're just now about to hit level 2, so it's actually going to take a minute before we get to our goal of being just shy of level 4. Congratulations, your fishing is now level 2. Let's go. And if we look at our skills, we should have a total skill level somewhere. I don't know where that is. Maybe if I scroll to the bottom, here is skills statistics. Let's check that out. Statistics, so overall, total skill level 40. Cool. Total XP 1800. Will this tick up when we catch a fish? Nope, it is not live updating. It's probably whenever I touched it, but yeah, this is so cool. Total skill level 40. Total mastery level. Total mastery XP. Gold gained. Items sold. Username changes. That's funny. In our account age. Signet ring halves missed. Oh, that's an awful stat. I think a signet ring, I don't know, it's probably like a rare drop or something. That's kind of funny. Oh, we can claim our reward. I guess I'll wait until we hit the XP goal. This is cool. So total skill level of 40. We'll see how that grows. I'm not sure what the max is, but if you check this out, there are a lot of skills. And I think in this game they can all reach 120. Yeah, check this out. On the right, you can see, for instance, 1 out of 120 here. 10 out of 120. We start with 10 HP because we have, 10 hit points per hit point level. So very cool. Yeah, that's a lot of skills. So there's going to be a very high maximum skill total. Let's see how we're doing with fishing right now. Oh, I need to go to your fishing level is now level 3. Let's go. Awesome. So now we're just going to let this bar fill up one more time until we're just about level 4. And we'll move on. Let's check out all of these skills. Astrology, that's something that is not in the base game of RuneScape. Cartography, it's also alternative magic. There's 2 different magic skills, I guess, with different goals. We have a combat magic skill, and then alt magic is like a completely non-combat based magic. Super, super interesting. Completion log, we have lore, statistics, nice social links. So if we go to combat, let's see if I just hit the combat level. Page locked. Combat is currently locked, so I can't even show you. Yeah, I was going to show you the different dungeons and whatnot that are available to us. Let's head back to Tutorial Island. That's cool. So it's showing the prior tasks that we've completed. So we're kind of like scrolling up the page. In our progress, we've completed 2 out of 22 tasks. It's cool. Yeah, I'm happy that they have Tutorial Island. It's a fun reference to RuneScape. Let's head over to fishing. Let's see, how close are we? Yeah, this game is a ton like RuneScape. So, for instance, in RuneScape, you would also go over to a fishing location and just click on the water and watch your character fish and gain XP to level up so that you can do more things and cook your fish and eat it in combat, which we'll talk about later. But in that game, you would actually travel over to... Awesome, we hit the maximum skill level of 3. Perfect, which we already were at 3, but we have the bar filled up almost to level 4. Perfect, that's exactly what we were going for. But in RuneScape, yeah, you would do the same thing, except you'd have a character in a 3D world representing you that you would, actually have to travel around the world to get to the fishing location. So, yeah, that is the key difference here. Cool, let's claim our reward. Epic. Okay, so next up is cooking, and this should go pretty quickly, but it's been half an hour, and it's been a lot of fun. But I think this is a good spot to stop with our first episode. Yeah, so this is I think it's been a good trial run of Google Play screen recording feature functionality so that I can give this a try and see what it looks like. Can't wait to watch this back a little bit and to see what the video and audio quality is like. Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I'm not sure how interesting of a series it's going to be, but I've had fun so far recording it, and yeah, if I would love to actually know what you think. If you've stuck around this long, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy making Let's Plays for you. It's a blast. If you have any feedback, if you have any thoughts for improvement or anything that you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until we meet again, fight on.